Love Timmy. Well, a Queensland baby has been hospitalised after playing with a popular toy in the bath. The 18-month-old and her 6-year-old sister suffered first-degree chemical burns to their skin after liquid leaked from a popular Kmart toy.
Poor little Poppet.
I know.
Jessie joins us live now from Clontarf in Queensland. Jessie, good morning to you. Look,
Good morning.
I can't imagine what that was like for you. Can you talk us through what happened?
So normal afternoon, bath, playing with sister, and then an awful scream come. It's a scream I've never heard her scream before. It was like she was in pain. We pulled her out of the bath, tried to settle her down. She wouldn't settle. Then her big sister come out and was like, "Mum, this has been opened." We smelt it and it was sort of like a real chemical sort of smell. So we rang the poisons line. The poisons line was like, "You need to ring an ambulance." We rang the ambulance. They turned up and the ambulance officer was like, "It looks like a burn." Then he's like, "We're off to hospital." We went to hospital. The doctors came, nurses came, and they're like, "Your daughter has first-degree burns." They asked what was in it. We'd had a Google, no ingredient list. They took it. They did whatever they had to. I think it was a bit of testing that they did. And they came back and said it has a sort of phosphate acid in it. And I was like, wow. So, yeah, both girls have first-degree burns from a fidget toy.
Those poor little things. It's so awful looking at those images of them as well. I mean, how are the girls doing now?
They're doing better. The older sister still has marks on the top of her legs. My 18-month-old, thankfully, her skin has started to heal really well.
So what happened with the actual injury? Was it an actual burn mark? Just describe to us what it did.
So on her 6-year-old sister, it actually looks like a proper burn mark. On Willow, it looked like a really, really bad sunburn. It's actually flaking like a sunburn would. The hospital did say that would happen.
And this is the thing, I mean, you wouldn't believe they'd put something so toxic, I suppose, in that, as part of the ingredients in a kid's toy. I mean, Kmart says that they're taking this extremely seriously. What would you like to see them do?
Either it taken off shelves and to have tested, or at least an ingredient list listed. That way, if a kid was to swallow it, it's as simple looking up online and you can see the ingredient list, which is not there at the moment, which is unfortunate. I mean, luckily, my daughter didn't drink it. I'd hate to think what would have happened if she did.
Look, I just can't believe these things are being sold. I mean, the kids put everything in their mouths.
Well, that's especially in the bath time.
Everywhere.
Like it's just,
at
so
any
scary.
point in a day, Harper's got something, crazy. And so they just shouldn't be sold. I mean, are you happy with the way that it's been dealt with by Kmart?
I actually have to ring Kmart today and see what sort of happens after that. So I can't actually, I actually don't know how they're handling it at the moment.
Well, it's tough. I just want to have another look. I mean, I'm not for the injury, but you have the most exquisite-looking little Bubba.
I know,
I
she's
just
so beautiful.
want to see her again. Is she okay today?
Oh, Bubba.
She is okay today. She still doesn't like her legs being touched. Bath times are a bit touchy. She doesn't enjoy bath as much at the moment, but we'll get there.
Look at that face. She is adorable.
We're sorry you had to go through all this. Look, we're pursuing this as well. We appreciate you being on the show and sharing that story. It's a good warning for everyone across Australia with the little ones.
Thank you.
In a statement, a Kmart spokesperson says they are really concerned to hear about this incident and are taking this report extremely seriously and are looking into this customer's experience with our quality team. They are planning to start an official investigation and offer support to Jessie's family, which is good. Kmart's full statement is available on our website. I'd be inclined to just get the things off the shelf.
Yeah, exactly. It's an immediate measure, that's for sure.
Welcome back. Now, this story is truly amazing. Rachel O'Donnell was told for years she would never be a mum due to a serious case of polycystic ovary syndrome. So imagine her shock when she turned up to the emergency department with what she thought were gallbladder pains, only to be told she was in full-blown labour.
And Rachel and new son, Xavier, join us live from Brisbane. Rachel and Xavier, we know he's sleeping right now, but there he is.
Oh, buddy.
There he is.
Hi, buddy.
Rachel, look, congratulations are in order here.
Yeah.
This is a truly remarkable story. How are you both feeling?
Exhausted. A little shattered, but it's still a bit surreal, actually.
I bet you've had very little time to adjust to this big new
Yeah.
life adjustment that has just been thrust upon you. You initially thought you had gallbladder pains when you went to the hospital. Take us back to the day of Xavier's birth. How did you react when you were told that you were having a baby?
Disbelief. I told the nurses that they were wrong and they needed to test again. And turns out they weren't. So...
So obviously then you're in labour, you're going in the hospital to have a baby. How do you break the news to your partner?
I left that to the very last minute, that's for sure. They kept asking me, is there someone we can call? Is there someone we can call? And I kept saying, no, we need to confirm this first before anyone makes any phone calls to anyone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until things got a bit more serious and I was signing paperwork for blood transfusions, and if I didn't make the surgery or Xavier didn't make the surgery. So that's when I sort of said, can we make that phone call now, please? So,
I mean, you know, it's just extraordinary to have gone through, 30 weeks of pregnancy. He did arrive quite early. Without realising, and, you know, we do hear these stories sometimes, and I think so many of us think it's unbelievable that you couldn't see any signs throughout pregnancy that this was happening.
I had no clue.
No idea. So looking back now, do you think, were there any signs that you may have missed? Was there anything at all?
Felt
Any
sick
flutters
one day,
or
or-
nausea or...?
No, if anything, I probably should have listened to my dog. I think the dog knew before we did.
Why do you say that?
He was very protective of my stomach area.
Wow.
My partner wasn't allowed to put his hand around my waist. He would lie on my stomach and sniff my belly all the time. And I just thought he was just being an annoying puppy, but I think maybe he was sort of telling us something else.
Oh, we don't deserve dogs. That's amazing.
Isn't it?
And he literally is like Xavier's best friend. Like, you can see he's sitting right beside us right now.
Wow. Well, you know, I mean,
he won't leave Xavier's side.
I guess adding to the surprise for you too is that you were told that you would never fall pregnant. How did it feel for you? I mean, such a rush of emotions when you're told this news, but you must have felt like it was a miracle.
Yeah. Yes, now. At the time, it was... I don't even really know how to comprehend at the time. It was a lot at once. So, yeah. It was a bit overwhelming.
It is, and we can sense that in you too. I mean, I know that we're like here on national TV saying, tell us what happened. And I know that you still don't quite really know, and it's a shock, and you're still processing it as well. So, and we do appreciate that.
Babies are a shock when you've had 9 months to prepare for them. So
I know, right? And that's what I've been trying to sort of say to myself. People have 9 months to prepare for this. We had an hour.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God.
Rach. Oh my goodness. Well, I think you're doing amazingly well. But let's go back. I mean, it was 30 weeks that Xavier was born. Had a bit of a rough start when he came into the world. So let's talk us through when he's born. What happened?
His heart rate was dropping pretty badly to the point where it was nearly stopping. So it was a rush to get him out. And then he needed to be resuscitated for the first 15 minutes of his life. But fortunately, he pulled through and was sort of taken straight to the special care unit at the Royal Brisbane.
Well, they
where
do it.
He spent most of his time
They do it.
while I was in recovery as well. They are phenomenal.
Yeah, they're amazing there, aren't they? You must be so grateful for the care you've had there.
Yeah. And he's also a part of a new program because he technically should still be in hospital. But they have a new program called the 9Honey program. And because of my surgery, I couldn't drive. And I was checked out of hospital, but Xavier was still in hospital. So it was tough to try to get up to see him, organising lifts and getting home as well. So with the new program, he has nurses that come to visit him every day. They check his weight, make sure he's gaining weight, his heart rate, just all of his vitals to make sure that he's developing the way he's supposed to be, but we get to do it in the comfort of our own home.
Well, Rach,
Which is amazing.
It is an amazing thing, and they do incredible work in the hospital there. And look, congratulations. Surprise.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Go well.
But what a wonderful surprise he is. And please stay in contact with us. We want to know how Xavier's travelling along and how you're going to. The viewers at home would love to know. And your dog. We want to know to make sure the dog is still guarding Xavier for a few years to come. Thanks, Rach.
May you get some rest soon. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, what an amazing story.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I know.
Imagine having no prep time at all. Just great. And great that the baby's healthy.
Yeah, I know, he's doing well and thriving.